mile south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before... done.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Seattle.
Penny, a first down carry, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 17. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
The Lance now to throw. That's complete left side to Gray.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Niners are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down, here's Mitchell.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Lance to throw it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
And a loose football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Niners respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Walker. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Walker with another carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk finding room at midfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Delant's going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now in his fourth year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down, and as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Throwing on first down is Locke. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
The throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's Locke to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw is caught by Gray. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Down inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Lock. Buying time to his left. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again third and long now. In his end zone, here's Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Gold is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 40.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this complete to Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 78 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down.
And where did this kid come from last season? Overlooked leading up to the year, he then goes for nearly 1,000 yards in just 11 games. He's a top 10 rusher as a rookie and should be a centerpiece of San Francisco's offense moving forward.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Drake Jackson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. But once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
On play action, Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Al Woods providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Drake Jackson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Cody Barton there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, now it's Lance. Steps away. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick six. But, look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They run over center with Mitchell. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lance going to sneak it, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready, set.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing